South Africa needs urgent action or it risks losing important domestic and foreign investment. As reported by TimesLive, Anglo American Group CEO Duncan Wanblad said investors and business leaders are troubled by South Africa's failing infrastructure, particularly the problems of load shedding and Transnet. Speaking to Business Day at South Africa's 5th Investment Conference, Wanblad said the lack of initiative in solving these issues could force investors to look elsewhere. "I'm talking about people who invest in companies like Anglo American. They have options, and they demand a certain return on their investment. To extent that the way we operate can't compete with other options they have, that makes it harder to invest," Wanblad said. While South Africa was not a basket case, international investment was becoming more and more challenging as the country became less and less competitive. For Anglo American, billions of rand were lost due to logistical problems like Kumba, whose iron ore didn't get to the ports on time. Additionally, recent graylisting of South Africa by the Financial Action Task Force means that international community has lost faith in South Africa's ability to combat financial crime. While the graylisting did not directly affect Anglo American, Wanblad said the group could suffer if South Africa's investment ratings drop. "There's a real concern on everyone's minds, and I think now is the time to say I think we're on the brink of an abyss. Where do we go from here? Because, there are really two ways, down or we can reverse it and move it up," he said. Ramaphosa Trust President Cyril Ramaphosa was much more positive at the investment conference. He acknowledged that South Africa's big problems last year worried investors, but he said the country is still on the road to recovery. "We are now facing the consequences of years of underinvestment, mismanagement and corruption in our electricity, rail and logistics industries," the chairman said. "Our recovery is a task that will take time to accomplish. We are on the way to recovery, refuse to be discouraged by the challenges faced, are confident that we'll recover." The president was trying at billions of rands more investment. His 5-year plan attract a 1.2 trillion investment the country. South Africa has exceeded the initial target by attracting investment commitments of a 1.5 trillion since 2018. The president said new investment target for the next 5-year cycle is an additional a 2 trillion, despite challenging global economic environment. Government's own goals. Busi Mavuso, CEO of Business Leadership South Africa, has previously said that the government is doing little to make South Africa attractive to investors.